What's up guys, Coach Morley here and welcome to a sit down with Coach. I've recently had the opportunity to sit down with a number of different players of mine that I've been working with for at least 2 years and to tell their story and have a chat with them about some of the obstacles, some of the people that have helped along the way, and just to really understand what they've been through recently, and especially with COVID happening. So I hope you enjoy. Welcome to a sit down with Coach. Let's get into it. So this guy next to me, Ian Yong, he's easily one of the best photographers in Perth. When it comes to basketball photography, his edits, his photos been seen around the world. Your reach is pretty impressive, and we'll get into a lot more of that as we get through. But first off, Ian, welcome. Thanks for coming through.
No, thanks for having me.
Just to get us started, let's just get a little kind of snapshot of where you're at right now in terms of basketball and life, and I guess your photography as well. Just a little kind of snapshot of what's going on.
So I'm 19, class of 2018, which is 2 years ago, and I finished after high school. I did a diploma of sports development with the farm.
Yep.
That's when I started getting into basketball, and then from there, for some reason, I just picked up photography. I don't know how. I met Coach Gossip. He runs like Wednesday night group sessions, trains SPL players, and then for some reason I just had a camera in my hand, so I just pick it up, go to his sessions and take photos, even at the farm, like diploma sessions, just taking photos and then posting on my Instagram. And then at the time I had like only one Instagram account, it's just my personal account, so I post my photography with my personal account. It's like kind of mix. So when things started going on and my photos started getting better, and I was like, oh, this could be something serious, this could be something I can do part-time.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, I'll make a photography account. At that time, I think it was called like Ian Yong Photography.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, and then started posting from there, and I did some other stuff too. Oh, this is from basketball photography. And I was like, I did some other stuff like portrait. I didn't really get into much event stuff. It's mainly just like street and basketball. But I mainly started with basketball though, because I like basketball. So
yeah.
So I completed this whole diploma course, went for 9 months, and then also did some photography in between. And I think I shot my first SPL game at the Perry Lakes versus Wolves game.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that game. And then I just started shooting SPL with no video pass. Just pay like $10 ticket every game. Contact the people there to ask if I can go in before the game in advance, so like they don't really hold me up at the front,
Yeah.
So start shooting there, and then after every game I would like send those albums to players, even to the team, like Perry Lakes official Instagram.
Yeah. Nice.
Just to get some exposure. At the time I was really just trying to build my portfolio, not really thinking about earning money yet. It's more just like getting into the scene, so
just breaking in, letting people know you're around.
Yeah, make some noise.
make some noise without making noise.
And then, so like the schedule during the time would just look like it would just be like 5 days of diploma sports development, and then I think Wednesday and Thursday or something I'll go to like join gossip session and take photos of the sessions during night time.
Yeah.
And then the weekend I'll go to SPL games. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks in, I started like realize that this could be something serious, and then thinking of doing this like even like more often.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started reaching out and make more connections with these players, even photographers like Sports Midgery, Michael Fania.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. And then yeah, I just keep doing the same thing every week. Like take photos, go to the game, send players the photos. When I post anything on Instagram, I'll tag them, make sure to see it, and then they can repost it. That's how I get my name out there, especially in the Perth area. So, and then yeah, SPL season finishes, and then the NBA season starts.
NBL season
NBA
starts,
season starts, and then
so you were definitely. Well, I saw you at a few games.
yeah.
Walking around. How did you get into being on the sidelines of the Perth Wildcats games, taking photos and ending up uploading some of the stuff you put out from those Wildcats games was amazing.
Pretty crazy story. Yeah, I think it was like just before the second or the last game of the season. I bought a whole new camera kit. I think it's worth like $7,000 to $10,000. So I'm like, this is gonna be serious, right? I was like, this is what I want to do. So I bought that camera and I started shooting videos. And then I remember shooting the last 2 games of the SPL season. It was like the grand finals, semi-finals, and my videos just went like viral in the Perth region, right? And then because like, I was making like mixes, like 1 minute mixes on Instagram.
Yeah.
This is really something that people in Perth haven't been doing, you know. So I posted on Instagram and then that went viral. And then Ryan Mintala, he actually runs the SBL _ highlight page on Instagram, so not the official one, so highlight page.
Yeah.
So you gave me access to that account and then I can post my stuff on there. You know, I just do that, get more exposure. And then yeah, at the time I had the new camera. It was like a professional camera that's good enough to shoot in the professional league, like the NBL. So the NBL season starts. I think it was like a week or a week and a half before the first NBL game, which is Illawarra Hawks versus Perth Wildcats, which is the game that Lamella Ball was playing. And then Sports Imagery messaged me and said, oh, there might be a spot for you in the NBL, but it's gonna be a voluntary role. It's gonna be an internship, right? So I'm like, oh, cool, why not? It's not paid, but it's a step in the door, you know. I'll just take the chance and take the opportunity to go shoot. And yeah, my role was just to like shoot. So like in the SPL, in the NBL games, there's like these boxes, corporate boxes of like sponsored people who can sit in front, like reasonably close to the court. It's not like baseline or sideline, but it's like
They're a decent distance away.
It's pretty close to the court. So I'm like, every game I have to go take photos of some of these boxes. It was probably like around 10 to 12 boxes, and then basically just go take photos of the spectators, you know. After that, after I've done all my job, which usually takes like about a quarter or 2 quarters maybe, half time, and then I can go to the court and take my photos of the game, you know. Yeah, so first game was Lamella Ball's game. It was hectic. I was like nervous because I've never been to an arena like that big, you know.
Oh, so you hadn't even been to the arena to see the Wildcats play?
I have been into arena and Wildcats, that was back in like 2015, but I was like at the top.
Oh, okay,
so it was really far. But then the experience is crazy because I was on the sideline, I was in the baseline, I was like, this is crazy. Like I'm on TV, you know.
I remember seeing you sat down on the baseline with the camera out right near the basket.
It's crazy. I was like, I'm on TV.
I've made it.
Yeah.
I've made it.
That was my first time meeting a Melbourne Ball to like someone that big, of like, you know, somebody that big, who is actually younger than me too. Just imagine.
How surreal was that though?
That was crazy.
So you got to meet Lamella in person?
Yeah, I didn't really go up and say hi, but
you were
I was just like, I don't want to be like a fanboy because I'm at the job, you know. I'm doing like firstly at the job. I don't want to be like, can I get autograph and a picture? But like, it's just like something I got to get used to because in the NBA there's a lot of imports, a lot of NBA players, ex-NBA players. I got to get used to it, so I can't really be going up to people and be like, you know,
can't be getting starstruck every night.
So over the course I get used to it. So yeah, the first game was crazy. People were sitting from like the 10th row young Mellow and Mellow. I was like, damn, that's crazy. This guy is really like the hype. So yeah, so I took a lot of photos. I think I took like almost 1,000 photos or 1,500 photos, something. Went home, edited those photos, posted up, right? I think I posted like a post just for Mellow.
Yeah.
And then another post of like Wildcats mixed players, right? And then the post went viral. A lot of just like fan pages started taking my photos and stuff. You know, I was like, this is crazy.
Definitely crazy. I remember speaking to you like the next week about that, and it being like, that post is just blown up. Like I think you put, was it one picture and one short video clip of Mellow?
I didn't take videos because
it was just the photos.
It was just photos because I don't think I'm allowed to take any videos. I think I am allowed to, but like, I just didn't want to risk anything because I was just that was what I was told before I went to the game. I didn't want to risk anything for my first day of a job. You know?
Definitely.
But the thing is, before the game, Swiss Couches on Instagram, the guy, you know Swiss Couches?
Yeah.
The guy, basically like a media page that shares a lot of stuff, lots of stuff, contacted me. We actually spoke on text, and then he said he wants me to make a little short highlight video of Mellow. But then I told him like, I was told him to take videos, I don't risk anything, so we can't really do, that didn't really go down because of that, so. But it would be cool if I can get my videos up on Swiss Couches, but.
The fact that they're reaching out to you, asking you about that, when you're still just starting.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still, like, you've had one season of shooting at the Wildcats.
Yeah.
I'd like to think you'll be going back next year, and this is still just the beginning of what's going to happen along your journey. I mean, just what you've said so far in getting to this first Wildcats game and how that process worked is a crazy story in itself. And I know we're only up to that first Wildcats game, so October last year.
Yeah, October.
we're almost a whole year after that now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But one of the main things, like you say, and you're putting everything up on Instagram, so you've taken full advantage of social media to grow and reach bigger people. How focused have you been on how that social media stuff works? Or was it just a case of you found something that worked and you stuck with it?
I would say pretty focused because Instagram was my main social. I don't really go on Facebook like that. Facebook is not really my thing. I don't have LinkedIn. I don't have Twitter.
Yeah.
And then Snapchat is obviously not the best place to do it. But yeah, Instagram's my main source of like social platform that I can put my stuff out there.
Yeah.
And then I follow a lot of like American photographers, people who photograph like Mellow, RJ, and like all these big people in the high school basketball like community. I follow a lot of them and see how they run their social media, try to like replicate them, you know.
Okay, yeah.
See how they do it, and then we just try to like copy them, but or not gonna say copy them. I was just like get tips and then do it yourself.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking at all these other accounts, looking for the blueprint.
Yeah. So see how they do it, and then kind of take pieces from there, and see how I can implement it in my own way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I basically like learn everything, and then even with video stuff, like I only started shooting videos I think last year. When I got the new camera, it was like July or August last year. That's when I started making videos. Even that, it was just all self-taught, going on Instagram, see people's stuff, YouTube tutorials and stuff.
Yeah.
There are some videos where I've already watched them 100 times of them, like literally just to like this one effect. So
it's good that you're putting that time into it, and you're clearly passionate about it and about doing it with your photography. And I know you're not limited to just on the court for your photography. You've done other work in other spaces, which, to be fair, bringing out that same quality and giving you that extra practice on your video stuff. As you move forward with it, what's the idea? What's your plan? Like, you gonna stay in the basketball space mainly, or are you looking to branch? Like, do a bit of everything still?
I'm trying to stay in the basketball space mainly, to be honest. But if I do get a chance, I would really love to shoot concerts, music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, music and like concerts are my thing too. Maybe fashion shows, maybe. But mainly basketball and music.
So you like the live events?
Yeah, I like live events.
Live events where you...
I actually shot one of the live events. I remember when it was. I think it was January this year, of Wafia and then 2 other Sydney artists. I can't remember. Yeah, Wafia, shout out to My Coming, and then Banofi as well. Shot 3 of them at Jackrabbit Slim.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
How did you find that compared to shooting a basketball game?
Different because the lighting is a bit darker, and you don't really get a lot of space. If you try and like move to a stage, like, because I was at the really small kind of like club, I'll say, so like I was at the ground where the mosh pit is.
Yeah.
If you try and move from left to right, you got to go all the way back, circle around, because there's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
The show was sold out. Right?
So you got to navigate that whole crowd.
Yeah. So if you really want to go to one spot, you got to shoot everything that you need. So before you move, otherwise it's hard to move around. Unless if you go to like bigger events, there's more space to go behind the stage and stuff. So that's different. So yeah.
Interesting. Like you have to make those adaptations.
Yeah, you got that, and then it's always meeting people, meeting new people, networking. Yeah.
Cool. I want to circle back into your actual playing of basketball, because you're not a bad player either. Photography aside, you're not a bad basketball player. You mentioned about doing your diploma with the farm athletics. Now that entails a lot of elite athlete training, both gym and on court and in the classroom stuff. How did you find that whole experience?
Experience by? What do you mean?
So how did you go through the diploma? How did you find it helped you? Did it help you grow on and off the court?
Oh, it definitely helped me grow mentally a lot. Like, farm is probably the first group of people that I found in Perth that has that different mentality, had that like American mentality. So like, if you know what I mean, like people in America hoop differently than us. Like they're mentally different than us. You know what I'm saying? Like
different drivers.
Yeah,
I think they seem to be that hunger, that drive, that don't settle for average.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like I met Farm, the Farm Athletics, because I went to the John Rowley camp back in 2018.
Yep.
That's how I got to meet you, Travis, Gossip, and all that. And then finished high school, decided to join diploma, and I think I've been to 1 or 2 trial sessions, and I was like, I'm gassed. After this workout, I was like, bro, this is nothing I've ever done before, you know?
That's not a lie, and there's actually probably footage of that somewhere.
I think the first workout that I nearly puked, it was like the suicides, but then it's like you do twice at the time, but then you backpedal.
Yeah. That
killed me. You gotta do that under 70 seconds, right? That killed me, and I was like, yeah, these people. And then when I was like, I think I was at the last or something, and people were just like cheering for me, just like keep going, like you're almost there. Like people, like other parts of Perth, other group, you don't really find that. So I was like, this is different. So I stuck with it, you know.
It's like a different like community feel.
Yeah.
And getting pushed.
Yeah.
Getting pushed. Definitely think it's helped draw out a bit of a beast in you.
Yeah.
When it comes to your work ethic and the effort you put into everything that you do.
Yeah.
And that's for
and
sure.
you also kind of see how that carried on to my photography as well. Kind of established that mindset from basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I don't want to say being how well I'm going, I'll say like how well I'm doing right now. I think I'm trying to like strive to be better every day, so I can kind of implement that mindset I had from basketball into photography.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you taking that like the idea of with basketball training of getting 1% better each day by going and shooting your free throws or doing a little ball hand workout, whatever it is, you've taken that across into your photography.
For sure.
That's good. That's awesome. So what does you were touching on like YouTube and Instagram videos that you use to help you learn. Is that so you have? I know they're a very helpful tool for multiple things. I'm always interested in what the process is. At what point do you go to YouTube to work something out? So like you've come up with the idea, or you've seen an image on Instagram. Okay, how do I make that? You go into your editor and you start trying. Do you go to YouTube and then to your editor, or do you go to your editor, try and make it happen for a little bit, and then go to YouTube?
I'll like, so like if I want to learn any fact, like if I see something on Instagram, it's like that's cool, and I'll really like go back and watch it back again, like probably 20-30 times to see the little details, to see how to make it, because obviously it doesn't tell you how to make it, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think at that point I didn't know what to Google on YouTube, what to like type on YouTube to find a specific effect. So I kind of just go on my Adobe Premiere to like kind of work out step by step, and be like, okay, this is that, and then I'll go on YouTube and say, let's say, I want to get the glitch effect. How you know how it's glitchy, and then there's like the different colors. Let's say if I got the glitch down, but I can't get the colors, you know.
Yeah.
Can't get the colors. So I'll just go on YouTube and type probably glitch. How do you get the colors? How to get the glitch colors, something like that, and then something will pop up, and I'll just watch the whole thing. That's how I learn, I guess.
It's good. I like it, but the reason I ask is I find the process quite interesting. From a coach's point of view, is you try first. And then when you get to a point you're stuck, then you ask for help.
Yeah.
As opposed to skipping the trying and failing step and going straight to the help to help you to get you to solve it. I really love, and I think it's quite a characteristic trait of people that do take that passion and that pride and don't mind failing at stuff, that you're going to go and have a try at it yourself first.
Another thing is like, you can just go to that person and ask how you do it. If they're willing to show you how to do it, cool. Some people don't, which is cool too, because, you know,
they want to give away your
some people are known for doing that. In fact, they don't want to tell people, which is cool. Yeah. So, like, at the moment, like, I was trying to make contact with a lot of people overseas as well, like in the States. By just like sending them DM, like, your stuff is cool, reacting to their story, you know, commenting on their post, you know, just to get people to see us and then showing support. So that way, if you make a relationship, if you build a relationship with someone, it's easier to ask someone how to do something.
Definitely.
You know? So I've been doing that a lot, and then that's how I learn, I guess.
No, good, man. It's impressive. I love the way you're learning. I love
questions.
Your work on it.
Always ask questions.
Don't be too proud or have too much of an ego to be like, okay, I don't know how to do this. He does, I'm going to ask him.
Yeah, no, do that straight up. Like, I know it seems like, oh, that guy shoots in the NBA. Just sending DM is the same thing. He's still a person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't see a DM, well, it's still worth a try. So
when people DM you,
when
people DM you,
yeah.
I don't know if it's already happening. I know at least one person asks you for advice. Yeah. He's behind the cameras. But How do you? Because one thing, and it may not be now, but it will probably definitely be in the future for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you decide who to help and who not to help when people come asking you for stuff? Is it a case of I'm going to try and help everybody?
If I have time, I'll try and answer every question. But it's some people like come up to me and ask some like I don't want to say stupid. It's like dumb question, like question that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like questions that you can probably find on YouTube because it's literally just like two types. You can define it, you know.
Like a really
Like,
basic, simple.
Yeah,
thing.
simple questions like. But I'll like mostly answer like question that can help, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll try and see what I can help, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, putting you on the spot is
No.
it's just interesting. Some people, like you were saying, when you're asking people, some people are
It's like-
open to giving them.
Don't come up to me and ask what camera gear I use, because that don't really matter, you know. Bro,
Same as, oh, what sneakers do you play in?
don't really matter. Like cameras gear don't really matter, you know. Don't come up to me and ask what camera gear I use.
Yeah. You're gonna ask a question, make sure it's like
Yeah, it's
it's a
gotta make
thought
sense.
out question.
Exactly.
Don't just think of something on the spot and just ask it to the top.
I'm mostly pretty open with helping people because how much people have helped me.
Yeah.
So
Giving
I'll try to help as much as I can.
Nice, cool, man.
Mm.
So what's next for Ian Yong?
What's next?
What's next? Like we've obviously this year's been a bit of a rodeo, bit of here, there, and everywhere. We've been very blessed here in WA,
Yes, for
but
sure.
a lot of stuff did shut down. We haven't had the leagues running, although they are running, starting to pick back up and running now. What are you on to next? What's the plans? Or even it doesn't have to be any like. Don't have to give away any current projects or anything like that because I know you
I can
do
say
have stuff
something.
going building.
I can say something.
You can say something.
Yeah. Right now, really just trying. At the moment, like this couple of weeks, I've just been working on better myself in terms of editing. I try to learn new effects because I feel like my editing skills or my editing routine is pretty much just getting the same. Like it's getting
Okay.
boring. So I'm trying to like learn new effects, new ways to edit, new ways to tell like documentaries, short films. But yeah, been doing that lately, and then also I'm building a brand.
Okay, yeah.
Building a brand is it's a media brand, so I can give that away. But yeah, it's not launched yet, but it's going on in the background.
Nice.
And we've already shot some people, so working on that as well. And then eventually I want to have like a media crew, paid media crew.
paid media
so
crew.
Not really just doing for
I feel like
exposure.
that part of it was quite important for you to say.
For
Paid.
sure, I gotta make sure everyone eats.
Yes, sir.
Gotta make sure everyone's paid properly. So because yeah, it sucks. You don't want to be doing work for someone and then people will tell you like doing for exposure. That's the worst thing people want to hear, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a step, one step at a time. But like next year, I'm gonna be going to uni,
Yeah.
so I won't have as much time to focus on photography or videography. But I'll do what I can between my
What are you
semester break or something.
Yeah.
Or-
What are you gonna go and you studying photography or
Trying to do something in nursing.
in nursing? Okay.
Nursing. Because I don't really see myself doing a photography course or a videography course. I feel like that can be taught, self-taught, I guess.
Self-taught for you.
Unless
YouTube.
there's really something specific that I want to learn.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really.
So why nursing, man? That's
It's more for my residency in Australia. I'm trying to
okay. I'm with you.
study something that I can apply to be a resident here.
Okay. Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I know.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. So nursing is on the list of a few other jobs, which is pretty reliable to apply for
Nice.
residency. So yeah.
Australian citizenship.
Yeah, that's tough. But
Always fun.
if not, if I don't have to go to that phase, I will be doing full-time photography or
Yeah.
media right now, and I will be putting all my time into this new brand and stuff. And yeah,
That's awesome, man.
and also I want to. Another thing I've been trying to work on is to build relationship with professional athletes, so I
Okay.
can work alongside someone and work with bigger brands and stuff. So yeah.
I was going to say, where's, if we look further down the line, like 5 years, like where would you like your photography to take you to? 5, 10 years? You go as long scale as you want. Like what's your dream? What would be the dream photography gigs?
A dream photography gig is like working every day with big brands like Nike, Foot Locker, Adidas, or even the NBL, whatever. And also my brand. And like the biggest thing for me is to see my photos on a billboard in Perth, Australia.
Oh, okay.
That's big.
You want to see your photo
Yeah.
up there, drive past and be like, yeah, I took that.
Yeah.
Can
When
respect
someone drive past and send that photo to me, it's like,
that. I will.
yes, that's
Drive
that's
past
me.
that building and see an Ian Yong's photo, sending that straight to you.
Yeah.
Same as I do every time I see you at the podcast. Spotted you in the crowd, man. I found you.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. I like that drive. So how about basketball? You just playing socially and training a little bit now, and
Basketball
just
for
for
me
fun.
right now is just more casual. I'm not really training to be a professional in basketball anymore.
Yep.
I tried to get into the SBL league like a year ago before I picked up the camera, but that was before. So
The passion for the camera is bigger than the
I
passion
chose
for the
a
court.
different pathway, but I still play casually.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure the clients don't really be talking trash.
You got to make sure they know that you can
Yeah.
play.
Gotta make sure they know I can play. But nah, it's nothing that serious. It's more casual.
Just for fun.
I actually try and stay fit though, because I spend a lot of time editing throughout the week in front of the computer, just sitting down. So my posture, my back is just sore, my neck is sore. So I try to go outside the house, play, exercise. So
Basketball's a good escape.
Yeah, it
You
is.
can just go disappear with a basketball to the court
For
for
sure.
half hour and just forget everything. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Okay, so before we wrap up, people definitely need to be checking out your channels if they're not already following. So where can people hit you up on your socials and that?
Instagram, Ian.Yong.
Ian.Yong.
Facebook, Ian Yong Photography.
Website?
Website is ianyong.me.
IanYong.me. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
If you don't already follow Ian, or if you haven't already checked out his work, I strongly advise that you do. Yes, I'm slightly biased, but it's not just an opinion held by me and my team. It's an opinion that's wildly held across basketball culture across Perth. Keep doing what you're doing, man. The progress you've made so far is inspiring, and I can't wait to see where you are actually at in 5 years' time with your own business, and maybe sitting under the basket of an NBA game taking pictures of Bronny James. Who knows? But I appreciate your time coming through, man.
No, I appreciate that.
And
thanks for having me.
I know you're playing casually, but we should get you on the court soon. Alright guys, that's a wrap for now. It's been a pleasure having Ian Yong come through. Make sure you're checking out his work, and until next time, it's been Coach Morley. Peace out.